You know that feeling when you open your wallet and see your credit card sitting there, and for just a second you think to yourself, at least I'm getting something back on all this spending? Yeah, about that. We need to talk. My name is Jack, and I spend way too much time thinking about the ways credit card companies are quietly extracting wealth from people who think they're winning the game. If you're someone who's ever justified a purchase because I'll get points back, or if you've ever felt like you're being smart by maximizing rewards while carrying even a small balance, hit subscribe and give this video a thumbs up, because what I'm about to show you is going to fundamentally change how you think about those shiny pieces of plastic in your wallet. Here's the thing. American consumers are sitting on over $1 trillion in credit card debt right now. 1 trillion. That's a number so big, it's almost meaningless. So let me break it down differently. The average American household that carries a balance owes around $9,000 on their credit cards, and the average interest rate on those cards, just over 22%. But here's what most people don't realize, and this is where the scam really starts. Those aren't just random numbers. They're designed, carefully, deliberately, to create an illusion. Now look, I'm not here to tell you that credit cards are evil or that you should cut them all up and live in a cave. Credit cards are tools, but the problem is that the credit card industry has spent decades convincing you that you're using a tool when really, for most people, the tool is using them. And nowhere is this more obvious than with what I call gold card thinking. This is the psychological trap that keeps millions of Americans convinced they're coming out ahead while quietly hemorrhaging money every single month. Let me paint you a picture. Meet Sarah. Sarah is a smart person. She's got a college degree, a decent job, makes about $60,000 a year. And Sarah has what she calls her everyday card, one of those gold-tier rewards cards with cashback on groceries, gas, restaurants, all the usual stuff. 2% back on everything. She sees the rewards adding up every month, watches that little counter tick upward, and she feels good about it. She feels like she's beating the system. Last year, Sarah earned $480 in cash back. She remembers this number because when she redeemed it in December, she felt genuinely proud of herself. $480 just for buying stuff she was going to buy anyway. That's smart money management, right? Here's what Sarah doesn't think about. Sarah keeps a balance on that card. Not a huge one, she's responsible after all, just about $5,000. She tells herself she'll pay it off, she's working on it, but life happens. Car repairs, medical bills, her sister's wedding, you know how it goes. That balance has been sitting there for about 18 months now, give or take, and her card charges 21% APR. Now you might be thinking, okay, Jack, I see where you're going with this. The interest is eating up her rewards. And yes, you're right, but it's actually so much worse than you think. Let's do the math together, because this is important. $5,000 at 21% interest. If Sarah makes minimum payments, which for her card is about $150 a month, she's paying roughly $87 in interest every single month. Every month. That's $1,044 per year in interest payments. So Sarah earned $480 in rewards while paying $1,044 in interest. She's net negative $564. She didn't beat the system. The system absolutely destroyed her, and she has no idea. This is where it gets interesting, because Sarah's not stupid. If you sat her down and showed her these numbers, she'd understand immediately. But the credit card companies know something about human psychology that keeps people like Sarah from ever sitting down and doing this math. They know that small rewards feel good right now, while interest payments are invisible and abstract. They know that getting $20 back on your grocery shopping triggers the same dopamine hit as finding $20 on the street, even though you're simultaneously paying $87 that you never see leave your account in any tangible way. The credit card industry calls this payment decoupling, fancy term for a simple idea. When you swipe a card, your brain doesn't register pain the same way it does when you hand over cash. And when that payment is weeks or months away, broken up into minimum payments that seem manageable and partially offset by rewards that feel like free money, your brain completely loses the thread. You can't track what's actually happening, which is exactly the point. Now look, here's what most people don't realize about credit card rewards programs. They're not designed to reward you. They're designed to change your behavior.